we practiced really well yesterday. And it's not that the X and O's and the shot making was there. The attitude and the demeanor that we brought in yesterday was really good, which excited me because we've really been dragging in that department for 3 weeks, and that's why the Wichita game we got exposed. We've got to figure out a way, which our team, I really like our team. It's just like my children. I really love them, but I don't mean that they don't piss me off on a regular basis. And my team right now is aggravating me for 3 weeks. Yesterday, we were really good in practice. There was an enthusiasm, there was a desire to do things right that we haven't had in a while. And we came to shoot around today, and we were really good at shoot around. It's the best shoot around we've had since probably Wyoming. And that's why we came out and played the way we did to start the game. But like everything else, you don't fix behavior in 48 hours. We've created some bad behavior, some bad habits over 3 weeks that I've been trying. And this is the other part that's interesting, which is something that it's completely different to how I was raised and how I cut my teeth in coaching. The way we used to change behavior, we can get that done real fast, but that makes you a really bad guy in today's day and age. So to change behaviors now, you got to have a certain patience, and with patience comes losing games. When you don't have the right behaviors and you lose games, then you lose your job. And so as a coach, you're always battling that dynamic behind the scenes. But I like our team. We've got really good guys. We've got to eliminate the pouting. Like we had the game completely in control. Jermaine misses a 3 to make it 20. Instead of running, that's a long rebound. Instead of running back and defending, we jog back because we're pouting, and they make a 3. We come down, got a baseline out of bounds. Jair, I have no idea who's passing the ball. I know who he's passing it to, but the defender's standing in front of the rim. Throws the lob. Instead of us running back and defending, we pout, we jog back, another 3. Now you're in a dogfight. And, those are the things that we have to correct. Our ball screen defense was a lot better until they went to the really small lineup, and they put Wildens in the ball screen, and Wildens did exactly what he was coached to do. I'm so happy with that kid right now because you learn about people when you're in crisis. And in our business, anytime you lose 2 in a row, you're in some kind of crisis. Losing a game happens. When you lose 2 in a row, 3 out of 4, your team's in a little crisis. Why? Because negative habits are hard to break, and losing becomes the cancer in the sport. And you learn a lot about the kids you're coaching in difficult moments. And for Wildens to come in and play yesterday in practice and the shoot around today, and then what he did for us in the court today, for a kid that's 6 games into his college career, 7, whatever, I don't even know how many games we've played. Really, really excited about him.
Frank, Mike continues to come on. He played really well again today. I think that's 5 straight games he's had in double figures. Just he mentioned that his confidence has gotten a lot better. When have you seen that, and what did it take to really get that confidence in gear?
Yeah, I mean, I just spoke to him yesterday for a while in the morning, and I talked to him about getting in the gym at night and shooting threes because he's playing with a confidence right now that as a coach, you want to see kids succeed. You don't coach to see kids go through misery. You coach because you want to see people grow and get away from their weaknesses and become stronger individuals so they can go out. Because when Mike's done here, there's no more Frank yelling and Frank's mad at you. Oh, my God, can you believe Frank yelled at him? They give you a pink slip and send you home, man. If you ever doubt in yourself, you're going home. If you create a negative habit, that it's not Frank yelling at you or putting you on the line. No, man, they call you and say, hey, here, I appreciate you showing up. Don't come back. And so when I see guys grow out of their weaknesses, become stronger individuals, not physically. That's the easy. It's easy to go lift weights and get stronger. It's hard to become stronger mentally when your weaknesses are the ones that hold you down. And there were moments last year that I didn't know how to help him. He was great defensively, but he would shrink on offense. And it was just his mind. That he would not allow himself to succeed offensively. And I'm seeing him play right now. It's all I talked to him about yesterday. I couldn't be happier for him. I want him to stay aggressive, not worry. He always worried about missing shots. Stop worrying about that, And he's battling. His minutes are way up. He's not picking up the tick fouls. I just told our guards he does a better job of guarding guards on the perimeter than our guards do. So it's I'm really happy for Mike. And we need him. We need him to keep doing what he's doing.
Colin, and then Andrew.
Talked heading into this game about paint touches and kind of getting guys in the paint more. Did you see that today? And I think you were right at 1.05 points per possession. Is this kind of the offense you expected to run, and was it firing on a high enough level for you today?
Yeah, we're a work in progress on offense. We just I'm trying to understand how to utilize guys like Jermaine Cousinard, even Jair. I'm trying to understand how to use them. It's the one thing that when it comes to three-point shooting, the right guys are shooting them. As a coach, it's not just that the right guys are shooting them; they're taking the right shots. Those guys make threes. We need AJ's made 6 threes in a game for us. He needs to be better. I'm not concerned with AJ's offense right now. Defensively, he's got to be a lot better. He's not defending. And he should be, of all the guards, the leader in that department. He should create the mindset for everybody to follow there, and he's really struggling on that side of the floor. But offensively, we're a work in progress. Offensively, it's easy to teach a play. It's hard to understand. Players understand where the shots are at when it's live. I thought the one outside of the first half today in the Wichita State game, we've been a low turnover team compared to some of the teams I've had before. We've been a pretty good assist team, but we're not getting paint touches off the dribble. We're getting some post-ups today. Mike was tremendous because they went to double him, and he never gave in to the double team. He welcomed it so we can play to the open man. But offensively, we're a work in progress, but eventually those guys are going to make threes. And we're scoring 74, 70, we're always around that number without making threes and missing free. Once again, we missed free throws in the second half today. We have to make sure that we stay patient there because the guys that are shooting them and the shots they're shooting are good shots. Eventually, it's hard. And here's the other part to that. If we're going to be a non-3-point making team, then we better be very good defensively. And right now, it kind of fluctuates. We're good for a while, and that's part of the habits that I've been talking about.
How far are you guys from being a team that is up 19-4 after 5 minutes and putting them away, as opposed to a team that kind of lets that team, that opponent hang around?
Yeah, the way you put people away is when you get open shots, you keep making them. And we got up 19-4. Then we had I made some substitutions, and we had some bad defensive breakdowns with the substitutions. It gave them life. Then we kind of settled the game down, get to halftime. We come out the second half, we pop it to 17, and Jermaine's got a wide open three. Wide open, and he can really shoot the ball, and he misses. And we pout. And instead of 17, get a stop, come back, make it 19, 20, whatever, we give up a three, turnover, 3. And right away, you're right back into a dogfight. And that's where, as a team, we have to get better. We have to get better. I thought our defense today was halfway decent. It really was. I thought our ball screen defense was better until they went to the really small lineup and went into that pick and pop stuff. And then our guards never handled the ball screen the right way. And that's on us as coaches. We got to show that film. We got to teach it. We got to correct it. And then the end, as the season goes on, they got to perform it better. And But we're close. It's not like we're far away. I mean, those teams we played in Cancun are really good teams. And, Wichita, that 6-minute segment in the first half just killed us. It just created a deficit we can overcome. And then the last 3 minutes of the first half, we battled to get back in the game, give them a 12-0 run in the half. But we weren't ready to win that game. I went down there. I was really concerned about our team going into that game because we had not been good. And we have to establish a personality, and we have to be consistent with that personality. And right now, with so many guys on the court for the first time, and that's the immaturity I used to speak about in the preseason. It's kind of showed his head, which is good. That's why you got to play the real teams, because what happens? Now you see Wildens Levesque. I know how Wildens responds to the uncomfortable. I know how Mike Kotsar is going to respond. That's why he's played so well. I didn't know how Wildens was going to react. I know how he reacted. Guys that do that, it's easy to play good when things are easy. It's really hard to play well and play better when things are hard. He did that. He earned some trust today from me, and that's you learn a lot about your team as you go through it.
Wildens and Mike are establishing themselves. What do you feel about that third big man spot with Alonzo and Jalen?
All right, play him today. And it's one guy knows what we do. He just brings no desire. The other one hasn't learned what we do yet. And he brings a lot of desire, but he has numerous breakdowns because he's never in the right place. And so it's coin flip. I think Keyshawn will be back this week sometime. I'm not sure. I know he's going to do a bunch of stuff tomorrow in practice. And depending on how he reacts to tomorrow means how much more we can give him. Obviously, when we get Keyshawn back, it gives us the ability to play Justin Moore at the 4, but not lose the size and athleticism at the 3. So we'll figure that out. That's what the season's all about. It's in September. They're all great. They're all ready to help, and then it gets real, and then you start learning. And but I don't know, to answer your question. I have no idea. That thing is just flip that coin, and when need to, I'd like to play Mike less. I really do, but right now I can't. Because if I sit here and I play him less to teach, and I try to be patient with the guy that's still trying to figure out how to get to the right place, we're probably not going to win. And if we don't win, then you guys are going to write those ugly, nasty stories that you guys are forced to write, and I'm not going to let that happen. So I got to play Mike more.
Mike dunked today with the one-hand jam.
That's number 2 for the year.
That's the second
it's number
one.
2 for the year.
I was just, is that something that you've seen out of him just as comfortability comes?
I was going to actually say that when I was talking about him, whoever asked me the question about Mike, that's 2 dunks this year. I'm telling you, you guys think I was making it up. In preseason, that dude was dunking every day in practice.
Like one-handed jam stuff? Like
Just offensive rebound dunks. I mean, he was like dunking balls, and I'm done. Did the Dolphins win?
Yeah. They're winning about 6.
I know 2 minutes ago when I walked in here. They're up 6 with 8 seconds to go. They are. Miracles do happen, baby. But yes. Yes. Yeah, but that should show you he had a chance at the end of the first half to have another dunk, but he just laid it up. But he's playing with a confidence is the right word, but he's also playing with a desire on offense that's fun to watch, man. It's I'm telling you, people think we get into coaching to win games. Yeah, of course we want to win. We're competitors. That's what draws us to the sport. But at the end of the day, when I've said this before, I'll say it again. When it's all said and done, and they send me on that ship that we all in this business eventually get on, where we go disappear, no one ever hears from us again. When they bring up that name, I don't want them to say what my record was. That's irrelevant to me. I want them to speak about the kids and the men and the people in the community and how they now. That's what draws us to what we do. We're competitors. We want to win. If not, you don't stay in sports if you don't want to win. But seeing guys like Mike, and I hope like heck that he continues to play this way. Mike can be a pro. I've been telling him for 3 years, yo, dude, you can be a pro, man. You can be, the way you defend, you can be a pro. You're big and strong. I think he's starting to figure it out. Thank you, guys.